In the new psychological thriller, The Forgotten, Julianne Moore plays a mother trying to deal with the death of her son without the support of anyone, including her husband, played by Anthony Edwards.
Hey, let me get the nice glasses your mother gave us, okay?
Speaking of psychotics.
Yeah.
What kind of a kid's book is it?
What have you done, Jim?
What?
What have you done?
Telly.
Why'd you change the picture?
I didn't change anything.
Do you think this helps me, taking him away?
You have to calm
Yeah,
down.
I want the picture of the three of us. What'd you think, that I wouldn't notice? I wouldn't care?
And Julianne Moore is with us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
And an appropriately creepy Anthony Edwards, I should say, right?
That's right, yeah.
We got to set up the premise because your child is killed in a plane crash.
That's right.
And then you go to the shrink, and the shrink tells you...
Well, when you first meet her, you realize that she's lost her son, her 9-year-old son, 14 months previous to this. And so she's just having a hard time getting it together. You know,
Right.
She's really been grieving heavily. It's awful, clearly. And at this point, her therapist and her husband tell her, they feel it's time to tell her that she never had a child, that she had a miscarriage, and she's made up this entire thing.
Entire thing.
Yeah.
So you go back to your life after you get this information.
And try to figure out what happened, you know.
And nothing
yeah.
exists in your life that would tell you that you actually had this child.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of wonderful. I mean, it's a psychological thriller, and I think one of the things that is great about this genre, you need to become very emotionally involved with the character's dilemma, and then the thriller kind of takes you from there, and it can be then it's exciting and thrilling and
I would
scary
imagine,
and,
though,
yeah.
having the access to that, because as a parent, you have little kids.
Oh, sure.
And, you know, if you think, you know, when they walk around the corner in the grocery store, we
Yes.
all panic, let alone if you actually lost.
The loss of a child is simply unfathomable, and I think a tremendous tragedy, and it affects you so deeply that you can barely comprehend it. So it's an interesting premise for a movie, that it starts with something that emotionally is so fraught, so important.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you a good crier?
Yeah, probably.
Are you a good camera crier?
I think so. After
You know,
all
like
these...
on take 36. Okay, Julianne, your kid is missing. Don't forget. Can you...
You know, what I like to do when I work, I mean, it's sort of a joke that I talk so much when I work. But what I do, I talk to everybody about their day, what they did the day before, what they had for dinner, and oh, I like those pants, and la la la, you know, and then I start doing it because it makes me relax. And the more relaxed I am, the easier it is for me to do anything emotional, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm so seeing you a lot in
Yeah.
Revlon ads
Yeah.
and other ads and everything. And if you don't mind my saying, you're looking pretty good.
Well, thank you. So are you. I like your tie.
Bust me.
We had a tie incident
tie issue here earlier this morning.
Yeah.
Here's why I bring this up, because I read the most recent Ladies' Home Journal.
Right.
And one of the quotes was, you were told as you were coming up as an actress, you weren't good looking enough.
Everybody, you know, I mentioned that because I sort of feel that beauty is not to be corny about it, but it is a matter of, it's subjective, and there's a certain perspective to it, that you know, literally, I think there was a time when I was coming up and I was just a regular-looking girl, and people would say, like, well, if we want somebody really pretty, we're going to get a model, you know. And so, I mean, that was stuff that I dealt with early in my career, and then maybe you become a little more successful. People say, oh, you know, she's really pretty. And you realize your looks haven't changed. It's simply sort of the way people are perceiving you. So beauty is an interesting, subjective kind of thing, and we place much too much importance on it, you know. I just think that in a women's magazine, it's always important to talk about this stuff, because so much of it is about illusion or subjectivity and perception
and people's bodies image. The other thing you said in there is that you would never have plastic
surgery. Well, this is not, I don't say this in judgment of anybody that wants to do something to make themselves feel better, or they have some kind of unhappiness, but I think there's this epidemic right now where people are all starting to look alike, where there are these surgeries where everybody's supposed to have, you know, this way, and big lips and this and that, and it all looks the same. And I always feel like it doesn't make people look any younger. It simply makes them look like they've had surgery, and it's an aesthetic that it's not human. It's not human, you know. So I want people to look like themselves.
You know what? As a human being, you're looking pretty good here this morning.
Thank you, thanks.
Always a pleasure to see you.
Nice to see you,
Righto.
too.
Julianne Moore.